Hello, welcome to episode 72 of No Holds Barred Pod. That is Sal Dodgson, still.
And that is Don McGowan. Welcome one and all. Were you going to say something else, then, love?
No, I just said still.
Okay.
That's still okay. Sal, yeah.
Yeah, it is still.
No, yeah, welcome back. Welcome to anyone who's joining us for the first time. We do get new listeners every week, so we must be mindful to say hi. Yeah, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Scatty hilarity.
Yeah, exactly. Well. If you like rambling,
it keeps the levity alive, doesn't it? In such tumultuous times, while we're all trying to battle staying sane in an increasingly insane world.
Absolutely right.
Who can you trust? Yeah. Well, you can trust us to bring you the truth.
I mean, we bring you lots of different news stories and politics with some fun stuff, and we've got Patreon if you want to get us a day earlier than everyone else. Go to Patreon.
If you want to hear about things we can't talk about on a record.
Oh yeah, patreon.com/noholdsbarredpod. Yeah, last week we had to edit because of a certain political party asked us to remove a portion, which we did. But the full bit's still available on Patreon. So you can get a 7-day free trial as well if you want to go and listen just specifically to that bit, but you don't fancy signing up. It's all on there. I shouldn't say that, but yes, it's there.
We've got to eat and live too and pay our bills, and maybe one day this will help.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So yeah, check out our website. I haven't mentioned our website for ages, and I need to do a bit of updating on it, but noholdsbarredpod.com, and it gives you all the information you could ever want about us, clips and stuff as well.
You do, because in the last 2 weeks, we've been quoted as being called digital vigilantes.
Yes.
And most recently, political assassins.
Yeah. Digital vigilantes was by other excellent politics podcast, The Troll. So Gemma Forte and Marina Perkis called us that. Thank you. That was very kind of you, because we'll take that.
We like this.
And yes, I will put that on our website. The other one we can't really mention just yet.
Well, no, it's supposed to be an insult, wasn't it? So
yeah. No, political assassins is awesome.
Yeah, but it was delivered like it was supposed to be an insult.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You haven't seen us before, have you?
So
anyway.
No. So yeah, we've got lots of places you can check us out online, social media, everything. All links are down in the show notes below, so check everything out.
So
right.
Can I kick us off? Because I've been hearing a lot about Epsom the last couple of weeks, but I didn't really see anything specific about what had happened. So I went and did a bit of research. I didn't have to go very far because a very good mutual of mine, and I think yours as well, Cremon Communard, #4402. Her tag is actually at Zero Calamity, and she's Jane Haybrook, who's a Buddhist and a barrister. But she's very, very good on Twitter. And she basically, why have I just clapped? That was a silly thing to do. That's what I want. She put a cracking post out which covers everything, so I'm just going to read that.
No, good.
Because then we'll all be abreast.
Go for it, yeah.
So she's entitled it, "I Want My Country Back" with the Union Jack. A young woman made a confused report to the police that she was raped by a group of men on her way home from a club and believes it happened between 2 and 4 a.m. outside a church. The woman is unwell and is hospitalised, and no doubt a rape kit is administered to preserve any physical evidence. Meanwhile, quite rightly, the police put out a call for any witnesses or dashcam footage, which is standard operating procedure. Then the far right get involved. When no descriptions are released by the police, they start saying that this is because the perpetrators must be asylum seekers, Muslims or immigrants. A social media account invents a description of them wearing flip-flops, taken to mean sliders that a lot of young black guys wear. I've got a pair, just saying. More and more wild conspiracies are circulated, including the police deliberately not releasing their descriptions, rather than doing their job taking forensic evidence at the claimed scene of crime and examining CCTV footage from every angle available to them, from the nightclub to the alleged scene of crime and beyond, end parentheses. Then a convicted kidnapper, former drugs dealer and former Raise the Flags grifter, all the same person by the way, puts out a call to arms on social media for
Sounding
people to
familiar.
attend a protest at 5 p.m. one afternoon. The usual hotel shouting suspects turn up from all over the southeast. They riot. The police issue a statement saying they still don't have any evidence to confirm the crime was committed as claimed. They attack an HMO simply because it is an HMO, even though they have been told that there are no asylum residences in Epsom. Turns out it was housing vulnerable people.
Wasn't it a woman's
They identify... I believe so.
I think it was. Yeah.
They identify what they believe must be an asylum hotel. First a Premier Inn. Nope. Then a travel lodge where they demand entry to check who they have staying there and demand to see their books. I've seen that video. They genuinely did that.
Yeah,
a few days because we're in 1988. A few days later, the police make a further statement, and a woman with a microphone demands to know what the outcome of any medical checks on the woman complainant was. Calm down, love. None of your business. Read that paragraph again. A woman with a microphone is asking the police to reveal medical evidence relating to a potential rape victim to a crowd of braying, flag-bedecked football casuals and racists. The far-right grifters and their hard-of-thinking followers still maintain this is a police cover-up, while simultaneously sharing evidence of where other asylum seekers or migrants have been convicted. So obviously the police didn't cover up those crimes, Einstein. The leader of the Pink Ladies, newly defected to Reform UK, shares photos of some completely different migrants in another area of the country and claims they are photos the police are hiding from us all. Because the police don't want you to know about migrants who commit crimes. Oh, crap. Lost my bit.
Oh.
Even though, in parentheses, even though she was obviously sharing yesterday the reports of the terrible rape that happened in Brighton, where the police arrested and prosecuted 3 asylum seekers, end parentheses. And now we know the poor woman was, in fact, the victim of some form of head injury which left her presumably very confused and frightened, and had mistakenly made a report to the police. And there are still Einsteins out there claiming it was a cover-up. I want my country back from these dangerous people and their psychotic cheerleaders. I want my country back from the hateful gremlins that fill my timeline with their deluded crap day after day. I want my country back from a government that, instead of calling out this appalling escalation of hatred and bigotry, plays along with it in the hope of gaining votes. 100% agree.
Yep.
So that is what happened with Epsom. The police did their jobs, and stupid people are just shouting at buildings.
Yes. Yeah, I sort of half followed it as it was going on last week or whenever it was. Yeah, it was last week. And I saw that horrible troll David Atherton, who's like a big far-right agitator.
Oh, he's just vile.
Got involved and he was the one. He started saying to the police, he was tagging the police online on Twitter, saying, I've got photos of it happening. He was like saying stuff like this. And the police put out a statement after he'd done that.
Photos of it happening?
That's what he said, yeah. He said, contact me, I've got photos.
He stood there and took photos while a woman got raped.
No, he said a follower had passed them to him. But obviously it was made up, though, like as we now know. But at that point, it was still kicking off a bit in Epsom. So he was just ramping up the tensions just to create more and more violence and tension on the streets. He should be arrested, I believe, that man. He's such an instigator of trouble. Yeah, he really is an instigator.
They're not right. They're absolutely off their head.
Yeah, he's just...
They are hysterical men.
Yeah, absolutely is. He's just so full of hatred for sort of asylum seekers and brown people that he will go to any lengths.
They're emotionally dysregulated idiots.
Yeah, totally. So he was part of this as usual with all this stuff. And yeah, it was a women's refuge. They ended up sort of pushing to chucking rocks through the windows and stuff. It's like, fuck off, man.
They're sick. They're absolutely sick. And more than that, they've doxed it online. It's a women's refuge. It's supposed to be anonymous, which is, I think, why she worded the tweet as she did.
Okay, fair play. I didn't think about that.
The damage is done now. So, but
yeah, it's done. I saw Zomby Pop, our the creator for our amazing theme tune, was all over this last week, and he was going after the auditor guys that were there. It's something we need to talk about on the show a bit, maybe in a couple of weeks, because these guys are trouble. They're big trouble, and they need to be dealt with. I think Tan's doing something on them, isn't she? Maybe Aid has as well. I'm not sure, but I think we should have a chat about these auditors as well, because they're
terrible people. They're unemployable louts who think they've got some sort of authority.
It's a sense of entitlement they seem to have. They think they own everything, and it came out of COVID, I think, didn't it? With the turning up at leisure centres with copies of the fucking Magna Carta demanding to be let in and things like that. But yeah, they need some exposure, because they need shutting down. Because I heard.
But the trouble is, if we had a decent government who were behaving with propriety, they wouldn't exist. Because all the far right groups would be prescribed, like the NF was.
Yeah.
As right as is right.
That is true.
But we're not there, are we? Because we've got some wanker in charge of the country who's desperate to cling on to the culture war because he thinks bringing in propriety is. I don't know what his problem is with propriety. Doesn't pay enough, I guess.
Yeah. I heard Natasha, I forget her name every single fucking time. Natasha Clark, the LBC political editor, talking last week about. No, Natasha Clark, her name is. No, not Natasha Devon. She's lovely. No, Natasha Clark is the political editor for LBC. She used to be a Sun journalist, and now she's LBC political editor. Yeah. So she was talking to, I'm not sure, maybe it was James O'Brien after PMQs, and talking about Keir Starmer hanging on, and she said, "Oh no, I think he'll hang on till the summer." But I think she was then talking about the rioting that's going to occur in the summer. They sort of seem to be already pricing in that this is going to ramp up to more riots in the summer. So, and that was the political editor of LBC talking about the rioting to come in the summertime. But it's all kind of
you manufacturing it already then? Right.
Well, it's sort of manifesting it, isn't it, that we talk about? But it comes out of this stuff that you've just read out. It's the same stuff, and it's just going to escalate because of, they want it to escalate, don't they?
We need football to be like 12 months of the year.
Yeah, give them something to do all year round. It is the World Cup this year, but it's going to be shit, so nobody's going to be watching much of that. Also, it's in the nighttime.
Yeah.
But, the Epsom thing was mad. It's just, they fabricated a story, created a riot out of it, and nothing happened. It's just...
They got too much time on their hands, haven't they? In your little, are you doing far right roundup now?
Yeah, well, I've got far right roundabout. I say that all the time. God,
far right roundabout.
Maybe
that's a better name for it.
Yeah, far right roundabout and reform roundup. God, that's going to get confusing. But I was just going to mention Tommy Robinson in that, and then I've got reform after that. But yeah,
Are you covering the Albert Einstein that is the bloke from Mumford and Sons?
Yes, I've got him down.
Good, thanks.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to laugh today.
Oh yeah, let's talk. Well, okay, let me get it past Tommy Robinson, because that sort of segues a bit from what you just said. Because his May the 16th thing is seemingly going ahead as of today. Yeah, Tommy Robinson has received $100,000 $100,000. Doesn't matter. $100,000 donation today from a certain entity to ensure that his May the 16th rally can go ahead. But do you know who from?
Does it rhyme with Jizzle on Jusk?
No, but it does rhyme with Bizrail.
Shit out. It's another one for Patreon, that, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
So who's funding this shitty little bastard now?
Dr. Robert Shillman, or Bob Shillman, he goes by. He's an American tech billionaire.
I know that name.
Yeah, well, he's been funding the far right for quite a long time. He's a tech billionaire funding the far right's figure.
Ironic
I'm
name.
just reading a bit. from the yeah. You wait till you hear what he does in a minute. Paid for Tommy Robinson's new teeth, apparently. Amazingly,
that's upsetting. I didn't want to know that.
Why?
I want to cry now. Because I want someone to pay for my fucking teeth.
For your, yeah, I know. Yeah. So, yeah, that was before whenever it was, September, he had his last one. He paid for his teeth to be done. But, yeah, Shulman, who calls himself Dr. Bob, who's got a PhD from MIT.
Basically Jigsaw.
Actually, yeah, basically.
He's 80 years old.
He's given fellowships to people, and he worked with Rebel News, which is Tommy Robinson thing, the think tank, the David Horowitz Freedom Center, where the aim is to promote freedom and expose the lies of the radical left, the Islamist movement, and their allies in the media. Shulman fellows at Rebel News included such luminaries as Katie Hopkins. Yeah, Laura Loomer's one of his fellows at his advisory board. But mainly, it comes down to...
the worst of the worst of the crinists.
Wait for it. Shulman, a former board member of the Friends of the Israeli Defense Force, hosts a pro-Israel podcast and funds fellowships through his David Horowitz think tank. So, yeah, he's a big IDF guy. He's an Israeli IDF guy, and he's the one that's funding Tommy Robinson. So, like, all these rumors that have been going around about Robinson being funded by Israel have 100% been sort of nailed on today. That's proven now. And that's who's giving him the money to do his rally in May on Nakba
Occupied.
Day.
We're occupied.
Yeah, the far right certainly are. But I saw James Goddard, who was a big friend of Tommy Robinson at one point, wasn't he? Who ran off to Thailand to live. He was putting out really quite nasty stuff about Robinson being funded by Jewish lobbies and stuff. And he was very, very, we don't like this. But he's the one that ran up a tree, I think, in Liverpool when two ladies chased him.
I heard today that apparently Ryan Ferguson's working up the road. They're trying to find out exactly what company he's working for, but they think he's recruiting.
Because
he's not from around here at all. This is like a different town altogether, and he's from the east. Yeah. He's closer to me where I was brought up than either of us are here.
All right.
And so why he's round here? Either he's not being funded,
weird. Yeah,
or he's being funded to go out into the factories and
recruitment drive,
pick people up.
He must have so much.
I don't know.
So many bail
conditions.
He
drives a very nice car for somebody who's.
Does he? Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, he's been nicked a load of times, hasn't he? But he's obviously just getting out and getting on with it. So, yeah, that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? So.
Well, it's been noted and taken, people are paying attention anyway. So.
Good. Yeah, so that was it really with Tommy Robinson and this thing in May the 16th. So funded by Israel on Nakba Day, marching through London. That doesn't really bode well for me, does it? So
we're occupied. That's how this is happening. They've infiltrated us in every single institution, including the police, especially the government. Steve Reed, who I look forward to him being unseated. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's her name?
What's that?
Sorry. Oh, I saw Jeff Hoon being having he wasn't being interviewed. He was having an argument on GB News with Layla Cunningham. And he absolutely bodied it because, he's got a bit of a brain. But I was like, he was a Tory, wasn't he? Or was he Labour?
Yeah, he was.
Was he Labour Transport? I can't remember. That old.
Lord,
I couldn't remember his name. Couldn't believe I remembered his name. But there's some woman on TV now who...
Who was, sorry?
But I can't find her name. There's somebody, Penny Mordaunt's on Sky, on the Cathy Newman show with somebody who I know her, but I can't find her name.
Right.
Hearing me box.
Jeff Hoon was Labour Secretary of State for Transport under
Labour.
Gordon Brown.
I couldn't remember because it was Blair. Oh, okay.
Gordon Brown's Chief Whip as well. He was the Minister of State for Europe for Blair, Leader of the House of Commons for Blair, and Secretary of State for Defence for Blair. Yeah, he was big
I mean,
Blair Brown
amazed he went on
guy.
there then. But I haven't clapped eyes on him in 20 years or something.
No, that's unusual. He's 72 now? So yeah. He was also, I think he was sort of ambassador to the United States at one point as well. That lovely job that is getting Keir Starmer in so much trouble at the moment.
And he managed to do that and keep his pants on at the same time. What a talent.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say back in the day when that used to happen, but like that clearly didn't used to happen back in the day. There were freaking all sorts of shit. David Mellor and even John Major was at it, wasn't he?
God,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Politicians, yes.
Men.
Those bastions of community spirit and men. Yeah, exactly. So just as a mini segue into reform, because it's sort of reform related. Well, no, it's very reform related actually, but it's kind of to do with America as well. There was a clip went round on Twitter at the weekend of a certain Winston Marshall appearing on Fox News.
Premier intellect.
Mm-hmm. To tell American.
Didn't he go to one of the big?
Oh, probably.
Isn't he like Oxford or Cambridge or something?
I assume so. I mean, with the billionaire father, I would imagine so. But he
I'll
rocked up
have a
on
look.
Fox News to tell America his incredible solution for stopping the boats in the English
Why we've
Channel.
never thought of it before is beyond me.
His solution, he posited on live television to the whole world, was to build a wall down the middle of the English Channel, but not only that, to mine it, to put not landmines, sea mines around this said wall to stop the boats. Right, Winston. The only reason he's sitting there on Fox News is because his dad is Paul Marshall. His dad, in case anyone doesn't know, is the Paul Marshall that owns The Spectator, Unheard, and GB News, who employs and is a partner of Nigel Farage / Reform UK. So, yeah.
Bright spark, isn't he?
One of the busiest, I think actually the busiest shipping lane in the entire world. And he wants to put a floating wall up with mines in it. That's going to go down
do you know what?
well.
Turns out, didn't go to university. It's good explain
did he not?
Things. He just went to very
just
posh
played
school.
banjo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, also, in case people don't
know,
he was the banjo player in Mumford and Sons as well until he started becoming a right-wing lunatic and they kicked him out. So, yeah.
Bloody hell. His great aunt is Princess Maria Gabriella of Savoy Hotel.
Yeah. I did write something about Paul Marshall ages ago, and he's got some serious linkage backwards, doesn't he? Royalty and things. He was
What? Just found out why he was on Fox News. His current partner is Melissa Chen.
Who's that?
Magajourno.
Oh, I know the name, but I couldn't think why. Okay, yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure Paul Marshall's
contributing editor for Spectator USA.
Oh, there you go.
Such
so
an
owned by his dad.
World they live in.
Yeah, because his dad owns The Spectator.
Yeah. No, she's big on social media.
Right, probably.
Wasn't she one of the ones that went in for the first release of the Epstein Files and came out with one of them stupid binders?
Oh, was she one of those?
I think. Don't quote me, but I think.
No, yeah, that would make sense.
I think she's got links from Musk as well, but I could be making it up. So
yeah,
go check yourself.
So yeah, Winston Marshall, nepo baby extraordinaire, made a right
very stupid person.
Yes, exactly. I said he guess a monumental dumbass was my description of him at the weekend. So,
incredible.
What happened in reform over the last week? Should we do that next?
Yeah.
Because there's some funny bits.
Go and get a brick each and smash ourselves in the head with it.
Yeah.
Would that be entertaining for people? I don't know. Probably wouldn't be as informative.
I know. So reform have been I thought they'd been a bit quiet. Well, they had been a little bit quiet last week. They're basically campaigning perpetually. Farage is just on the road, going around every town he can think of, telling everyone who's gullible enough to listen that if they vote for him on May the 7th, they can get rid of Keir Starmer, which is a lie, obviously. But it's just playing his own... Sorry?
It's insane to me that very few people are picking up on it.
But it's because he's basically knows that most of his base are not bright enough to understand that that's not the case, I think. He's playing on his own base, being politically unintelligent.
Oh, well, so if what they're doing today is anything to go by, Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah. They genuinely, a lot of people genuinely expect Keir Starmer to go if they vote for reform in the local elections. Like, what is there, like 5,000-ish local council seats up for grabs?
I mean,
not a single one.
They're banking on him having to resign because he has such a bad result. We know this, but they're not saying it like that. They're saying it like it's the gospel to their supporters. Like, if you vote for us, he will go. It's no guarantee.
They've been driving around in a big van that says "Vote Reform, Get Starmer Out," like all over the country. It's like, this is a lie. How is this allowed? But apparently it's fine. Ofcom don't seem, the Electoral Commission it would be on this case, don't seem to be that arsed about reform just lying perpetually. So.
I've still not heard anything back from what happened with the buses at the Gorton and Denton. Breaking Purdah.
Yeah, I know. There's just no comeback. And I'll talk about in a minute something to do with Ofcom because they're at it as well. But let's just say that now because Labour put out a video Saturday, I believe. And you didn't like it, did you? But I thought it was quite good. I thought it was quite clever.
I just thought it was shit. I just thought it was shit.
Well, all it was a woman in a pub. I didn't think
the woman was particularly convincing either.
Well, she was just, for anyone who hasn't seen it, she was just reading out words that Reform MPs and politicians had said, and some of them are quite nasty, racist, whatever. And so it was a couple of minutes long, and I was led to believe on Saturday that it was banned by Ofcom, and they weren't allowed to put it out. I'm apparently, according to Ofcom, who tweeted me this afternoon, which is a bit weird.
So they can, and they know who you are. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I got a literal tweet. I'm just trying to open it now. My internet's
Is it the first time they've tweeted back at you?
Is it what, sorry?
Is it the first time they've tweeted back at you? Because it's not the first time we've tagged them, is it?
Oh, yeah, first time. So 3 hours ago... Oh, have they replied again? Oh, they have replied to me. Oh, this is breaking news. So they said, this is incorrect. Because, okay, I put a tweet out saying, firstly, I thought it was quite good, but I said, Ofcom finally find their teeth down the back of sofa and leap into action. I said, of course, it's to prevent a video critical of Reform UK being shown, not the countless reform lies that they spout week in, week out on their own dedicated TV channel. So Ofcom 3 hours ago said to me, Ofcom were back and forth with Ofcom is really weird. Anyway, they said, this is incorrect. As a post-broadcast regulator, we do not pre-approve, edit or ban party election broadcasts before they air. I was like, okay, fine. I said, who did ban it then? And now I didn't expect them to reply, but they have apparently. Broadcasters are responsible for ensuring the content of a party election broadcast complies with the broadcasting code and have the right to refuse it or to request edits. As we understand happened in this case, Ofcom plays no role whatsoever in this process. It's very interesting that they're...
So are they saying it's been banned just so people will watch it more?
No, I think they're saying that the BBC have banned it basically because it was banned off BBC and ITV. So
being pro-reform Israelis as they are.
It's very weird that Ofcom have come back to me on this. Like,
what bits did they take out of it?
What's the what?
What bits did they take out of it?
Well, they didn't take anything out of it.
I thought they'd censored it so that it could go on mainstream TV.
No, I think they just weren't allowed to put it on mainstream TV, which I was told at the weekend was banned by Ofcom. But Ofcom have taken umbrage with this and have come back to me, and I'll correct what I've said because they're telling me so. But it's weird that they're picking me up on what I'm putting on social media, but not GB News for the shit
There
that
it
they
is
spout
again.
every single fucking day of their life.
There it is
Yeah.
again. Now, you too know what it
So
feels
hi-
like to be Hannah Spencer.
Yeah, I know. So hi, Ofcom, if you're listening, I'll correct it because I want to be correct in everything that I put out. I don't like putting things out that aren't true. But I do find it very interesting that Ofcom are just taking their time to send replies to me and having a conversation with me about a video that Labour put out. Odd. So yeah, strange goings on there. But I mean, it's quite nice that Ofcom have replied to me. I mean, they've obviously seen it.
Well, it
because
means that there is somebody there. I thought it was just an empty office that nobody went in.
Yeah. What did you say earlier? It was like, someone said it was like it was the Carling Black Label Complaints Department, which used to be the advert on telly. That was Ofcom, apparently. So yeah, so I will put out a correction to that because Ofcom have corrected me, and I will do it because I write the truth and I don't want to put out lies. But
that's excellent material for a brand new post all of itself.
It certainly is, and that will come out tomorrow morning. So,
hey!
Yeah. So what else? Reform. Oh yeah. So 2 things today. Go on. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Not relevant. Go on.
Okay. Fine. Breaking this afternoon by The Guardian. Bobby Generic, aka Robert Jenrick, could be in a little bit of hot water. Turns out the Electoral Commission also have people working there. It seems they just take 2 years to act on anything. The police are assessing evidence about donations to Robert Jenrick's campaign to become Conservative leader in 2024. So this is going back.
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe any impropriety came from that man.
The information was passed on by the Electoral Commission, which The Guardian understands has been investigating allegations that almost £40,000 worth of donations to Jenrick's campaign before he defected to Reform were from a foreign source in breach of the electoral rules.
Can I guess which country?
Go on. Guess.
Is it Jizrael?
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. On this occasion, it isn't. Although, well, it was centres on claims that £37,000 by a company called Spot Fitness was given by US businessman.
I remember that. There was nothing to be had, was there? There was no information. It was just a dead end.
US businessman Gary Klopfenstein via a US company. Yeah, via a US company he founded called Innoviz USA. So yeah,
bet he's got a penchant for pistachios as well.
So yeah, little Bobby J might be in a bit of hot water if that comes to pass. I mean, nothing will happen.
So Jizrael by proxy, then, right? Just so we're all on the same page.
It could well be. It could be.
Who knows?
So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. But I mean, yeah, chances are.
Was it diverted by Ireland or something, or am I making something up?
Yeah, the whole Spot Fitness thing was. Yeah, it was in the news for a while. I haven't got the details, but and my
it was a shell company, wasn't
bad
it?
memory.
A bullshit shell company.
And some of it apparently has come through this American businessman, which is against the law. So we shall see what happens. He'll get a slap on the wrist.
I thought you said he'd been arrested.
No, it's been referred to the Met Police. They are now investigating. He's not been nicked. No,
my brain's just getting excited then. Okay.
No, because he was sitting on a bus this morning in Whitehall, wasn't he?
I mean, to be fair, if that idiot got arrested, he might actually get a little bit of street cred. Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants that. Sausage Fingers has touched down.
Has he? Great. Yeah, but I mean, he was called Robert Generic. They used to call him when he was a Tory because he's so dull.
Yeah.
But that kind of brings us on to the next bit of reform news, which is last week. Robert Generic was hyping up this massive fuel protest they were organising for today, Monday, the 27th of April. So they were going joint.
No, I was just going to say.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I don't know if you're looking at me as if to say shut up.
No, not at all. I'm waiting for you to finish what you were saying.
No, I was just going to say, I saw a bit of that before we started recording. Laura Beveridge had gone down for Paul Joe, and she said, I'm stood here at the Reform protest in Westminster, and to be honest, there's more journalists than there are protesters.
Yeah. Exactly. It was tight. They were going to shut down Westminster. That's what they kept saying. We're going to shut down Westminster with fuel protests on Monday. Join us. And I believe there was a Reform bus and a taxi that were there, and that was it.
It was a wrapped-up coach. But there was one fella who she interviewed, and he's like, we need carbon in the atmosphere. It's photosynthesis, innit? Everyone knows that. Wow.
High-quality Reform science, then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I saw, it was just a bus with Robert Jenrick, Richard Tice, Sarah Potson, and Layla Cunningham. Well, that was it. Farage probably in Montenegro, I would imagine. He's must have had a tough weekend.
No, Yusuf.
Oh, he's not allowed to
Richard Tice was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't be on the same coach. We'd have to get two coaches then.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Tice and Yusuf definitely do not appear together.
Oh, that'd be segregation, that, wouldn't it? Wonder if they'd make Layla go on it. Only asking questions.
Yeah.
Who knows what would happen in this hypothetical scenario?
But, I mean, as usual, Danny Kruger wasn't there. Sarah Potchin got a rare run out, but Lee Anderson wasn't there.
Jackie. It's Jackie. Jackie bloody what's-her-face. It's been doing me head in since she's been sat here on the TV. Jackie, legal woman. Was it porn husband?
Oh, my God, you're just saying words and I don't know what you mean.
Word association, come on. Oh, I think she was Labour. Jackie. Oh.
Nope.
It doesn't. I'm going to have to hit myself over the head with a pan when it comes to me because it'll irritate me.
Is she on the telly right now? Are you watching the TV?
Yes.
She's on it?
I don't know why I'm just not looking on Google. Why am I having this conversation on the pod instead of letting you talk and Googling it? Because I'm an idiot.
I know, yeah. This is great stuff for the podcast.
No, that wasn't the response.
I'm going to turn on Sky News as well.
Oh, will you tell me who she is before I find it then? I'm sure she was the one with the husband who got porn and put it on her expenses or something.
Oh, I'm not sure what that is. Sky News. Hang on. Sky News. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's not helpful.
It's going to annoy you now too.
I know who she is, but I can't remember her name. Yeah, I can see Kathy Newman. I forgot Kathy Newman had left Channel 4. Yeah, and next to
I didn't know she had.
Face.
Helmet head.
The one who holds a sword well. God, what's her name? Oh, this is terrible. I'm getting hot and it's nearly 8 o'clock, so we should crack on because my brain's starting to shut down. Anyway, Reform. Yeah, so the field protest was absolutely ridiculous. What else did they do?
Don.
Yeah.
What's the most popular surname in the country?
Smith. Oh, God. It isn't Jackie Smith, though. That's not who it is.
Is it not? Oh, no, you're right. It's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's
Jackie Smith does stuff with Ian Dale sometimes. I know who she was a Labour.
Okay, no, not her. That's...
Yeah, no, it's not Jackie Smith.
I thought we got there then. No, it's not. Okay.
No, not quite. Yeah. Reform. Yeah, they just keep talking up detention camps. Nigel Farage actually rocked up in Clacton last week to protest the shutting down of the town hall when his own councillors said, we're not shutting down the town hall. He got a nice photo op out of it. Yeah, exactly. So, and just a little mini plug about Reform. I'm writing an article which hopefully be done by the end of the week, but it's taken a long time and it's a year in Reform so far. A year in Reform, and it's I'm just sort of trying to document each month by month the stuff that they've come out with, what they've said, what they've done, and it's fucking.
It's a magnum opus, that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I started it last week, and I'm basically on the second week of January. It's like, no, I'm going to plow on with it this week as long as like my
Oh, God,
health
love
allows.
it.
But look out for that next week, probably a weekend, maybe next week. So yeah, it's, they come out with like the most insane stuff every single day, and it just gets brushed under the carpet by the media. Like Hannah Spencer said one thing about MPs drinking, and like the entire news system
And she's
blew up.
absolutely correct.
I know she's bang on. Exactly, she's
Absolutely
completely right.
100% correct.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? It's and so she said one thing about MPs drinking at work, and the entire news cycle from last night to today was like, "Oh my God, Hannah Spencer's trying to shut down drinking at work." Yeah,
Yeah,
she
good.
should.
Oh! So, Robert Jenrick and Suella Braverman, talk to me about that. Why did you
What have they
vote
done now?
incorrectly last time? Well, they voted
Oh right,
incorrectly
yeah,
on lifting the two-child
yeah,
cap
because they were
I
pissed.
assume, because they've been in the bar.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote a long post about it this morning. It's just, it doesn't make any. When I used to run pubs and run bars, I wouldn't let my bar staff drink on duty because they just make mistakes. It's too easy your judgment falls away. So
I have a little bit of experience with this.
Yeah.
Can you guess which place of work it was from that I've been in, Don? Was it the vets? Was it the casino?
Spectator?
Yes! Funny enough.
Yeah, surprising.
I mean, the amount of booze they had in there. And to be fair, generally, the staff didn't. Generally, it was kept like in the boardroom for. I mean, there used to be this journalist called Bruce Anderson who was infamous for being a terrible racist, lechy fascist, basically. He was like Rupert.
Right.
He's dead now. Nobody cried about that because he was such a terrible person.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Spectator was. I mean, I learned to smoke and type at the Spectator because it was, apart from the House of Parliaments, it was the last place in the country where you could still smoke at work because it was flooded with politicians who wanted to still be able to do that.
Fucking hell.
Madness.
Jobs for the boys again. Oh, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all, does it? But yeah, I just don't see. It's just I saw the attack lines were basically, oh yeah, coming from the Green Party who want to give everyone heroin. It's like, oh come on, get fucking real. Like,
I don't know if you saw. I will send you a screenshot of the drug harms charts from the Lancet.
Okay.
And as we've probably discussed before on the pod,
I think
the most dangerous drug on the entire planet, bar none, by a long chalk, is alcohol.
Of course it is. Absolutely.
It's a conversation we need to be having. We don't need to sterilise water anymore. We know how to boil it. You don't have to brew alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the Middle Ages.
It's like we don't put cocaine in Coca-Cola anymore. We don't need the alcohol, the ethanol.
No, we just cover it with the House of Parliament.
Yeah, exactly.
According to the police investigations.
Yeah, exactly. It was. But if alcohol was invented now, it would be a Class A drug, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't even be a discussion. But yeah.
And then people are like, it's our culture. What?
Yeah.
Tell me how becoming an alcoholic is cultural. Are we Russian?
Yeah, exactly. I saw Andrew Neil chipped in on it, like, of course, like, oh, we always used to be fine on a few drinks. Yeah, but
Andrew Neil and his massive red nose.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Massive red nose, a bit like Alex Ferguson. It's a sign of something. Yeah.
Where is he? There he is. Alex up there. My hero. But yeah, absolutely. Of course it is. It's alcoholic face, isn't it? But yeah, of course the Andrew Neils and Nick Ferraris of the world are old newspaper freaking Fleet Street gods, aren't they? So
did you want to have a quick gab about Darren Jones?
No, not really. What's the time? Well, we need to look at the time. But I just saw him yesterday on LBC, and Lewis Goodall was gunning for him, basically about Keir Starmer's sort of referral to the Privileges Committee, and Darren Jones shut him down. He basically took him to the cleaners with his argument, and he said, prove to me why you think this, Lewis. But Lewis couldn't. He didn't have anything.
Oh, I'll have to have a
Darren
look at
Jones
that.
just complete. Yeah, it's worth looking at. I mean, as we said before, like Darren Jones has definitely got his demons, but I think he's the most effective communicator Labour have got at the moment. If they need someone, they should be sending him out for arguments.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very erudite guy, but he just has done a whole policy 180-degree twist since he got into government.
He's only down the road as
because
well.
that's not who I've been watching.
No, Bristol North MP, I think, wasn't he? Or Bristol North East, something like that. But yeah, which is a shame because I did used to rate him quite highly, but I still think as communications go, I think he's the one that Labour need to be putting out, not fucking Wes Streeting on things like the media rounds when they need some serious heft, I guess.
Oh, so. Interesting. The 3 Ukrainian lads that are going to trial for firebombing Starmer's car and residences been postponed.
Has it now?
Still a media blackout. I want to say it's for a week, but I'm not 100% certain. But yeah. I'm going through Twitter trying to find the name of this bloody woman, and I can't for the life of me.
We'll find it afterwards.
I wish she'd have been Jackie Smith. I could relax them.
Yeah, it's definitely not Jackie Smith. Do you want to wrap it up with your good news story? Because we're running long. And,
yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's a very brief one, but it is a great news story for people.
It is.
Millionaire US big game hunter, 75, is trampled to death by 5 elephants while hunting antelope in Central Africa. A millionaire US big game hunter was ambushed and killed by 5 elephants whilst hunting small forest antelope in Central Africa. Californian vineyard owner Ernie Docio, 75, who owns a vast collection of exotic animal heads in trophy rooms at home, was trampled to death. Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, what a shame, etc.
So on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you reap what you sow, fuck around, find out, all the rest of it.
I know.
Please do a like, subscribe. I can't say words.
Whoa. Take a
Please
run up.
do the like, share, subscribe thing. Thank you very much.
Got it.
And
yeah,
we'll be
please
back
do that
shortly with some more alternative news
stuff. Yeah, alternative news.
Well,
yeah, cool.
It's truthful and honest and factual.
Yeah, definitely. So, have a good week. We'll get this out Tuesday for Wednesday. And, we'll see you later in the week, hopefully. Bye for now.
Bye.